Good morning, Emerson. Today is Thursday, October 30th, and there are new world champions of Major League Baseball. I'll give you a hint. It's either the Royals or the Giants. Logan Reaver will be here to tell you who came out on top in Game 7.
Russia announced they will be recognizing a Ukrainian election between two candidates from the rebel party. Claire Kerr has more on that later. Good morning, Emerson. I'm Kate Middleton. So lovely to be here.
And I'm the 2008 infomercial sensation, a Snuggie. And if you call now, I'm only $19.95.
and I'm a man in black. Welcome to the Halloween weekend episode of Good Morning Emerson. I know you're a little mad at me and Christian because you went all out, but I gotta say, this costume is fantastic.
It is.
So lovely.
Thank you.
I'd rather be sitting here with you than the princess herself.
You can definitely rock the brunette. I love it.
Thank you. I'm having a fun time. I'm like walking around being fake pregnant. It's hilarious.
Is that fun?
The problem is that you're having a little bit too much of a good time.
Yes. I can't cross my legs.
Yes, I know. I'm like, I cannot cross my legs. It's okay.
All right, Christian, this weekend you got to interview Quinn Marcus, right? So
Absolutely, and you guys will be seeing that later. I'll be talking with her about all of the events she had last week while she was here, and just her experience out in LA.
Cool.
And then this weekend, we also got the chance, I know, Maddie, you weren't involved, but me and Christian, I got to tell you all about it later, but we were a part of the Emerson Channel's new show, MTV Games. I don't want to say that the cast crushed it, but the cast crushed it.
It has absolutely crushed it.
I'm so excited to see you guys. It looked like it was a lot of fun. So that'll be good. And then later on, we have Sam Benson-Smith in studio, and he's going to be showing us some Halloween fashion. I think we have some makeup going on, so that's exciting and
Plenty
different.
of costumes to show around
yeah,
also.
so that'll be good. That'll be good. All right, but now we're actually going to turn it over to Claire Kerr, who has more on that developing story out of the Ukraine.
Good morning and happy Halloween, everyone. Let's get started with today's news. Russia says it will support the controversial separatist elections in eastern Ukraine. Russia's foreign minister, Sergei Lavrov, said elections will, quote, be important to legitimize the authorities there. But Ukraine and Western governments say the elections should not go ahead and accuse Russia of arming the rebels. Ukrainian troops have continued to battle the pro-Russian rebels in the east. A truce took effect on September 5th. Yet there have been many violations and the situation remains unstable. Pro-Western parties are leading in Kiev after Ukraine's national parliamentary elections on Sunday. Despite the unsettlement, Mr. Lavrov says he expects the elections to go ahead as agreed, and Russia will recognize the results. Well, just in time for Halloween, a man dressed as Spider-Man robbed a convenience store in Auburn, Maine. He reportedly showed a knife to a clerk at the Big Apple store at about 2:00 a.m. Monday and demanded money. He then fled on foot and ran through a nearby park. A store customer apparently chased after the Spider-Man robber but was punched by him in the park. The customer was treated on site. Police are looking for the man under the mask, describing him as a thin white male about 5 feet 3 inches tall. He was last seen crossing the footbridge into Lewiston, Maine. Remember, everyone, with great power comes great responsibility. The mystery of Kim Jong-un's absence is now explained. When the North Korean leader disappeared from public view for about 6 weeks, he reportedly had surgery on his ankle to remove a cyst. South Korea's intelligence service told officials that the cyst was found on Kim's left ankle between May and June earlier this year. The cyst may have caused muscle nerve damage. Kim is believed to be recovering, but the cyst could apparently recur due to his overweightness and heavy schedule. Since Kim's reappearance, North Korea has released several photos of the leader, but has not released any video yet. And tensions are brewing over Boston's Olympic bid to bring the 2024 Summer Olympics here to Beantown. A group of civic leaders has unveiled a new promotional website, Boston 2024, yet not everyone in the Boston community is on board with this Olympic vision. A day before the internet debut, a group called No Boston Olympics sent a letter to the U.S. Olympics Committee asking that the Massachusetts capital be withdrawn from the Olympic bid. The letter stated, quote, hosting an Olympics is a $10 to $20 billion undertaking that threatens the Commonwealth's ability to do much-needed investments in healthcare, education, and core transportation. Boston 2024, which is led by John Fisher, claims the Games could boost economic growth and be a catalyst for infrastructure improvements. Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Washington, D.C. are also in the running to host the 2024 Olympics. Well, that's all the news I have for now. Back to Kate and the man in black on the couch.
Thanks so much, Claire. I'm curious to see what your opinion is about the Olympics. Do you think the pros outweigh the cons for hosting the Olympics here in Boston?
I think that they absolutely do. For the money we'd spend, think of all the revenue we'd bring in. And we could make structures that are lasting for the city of Boston and the community here. You know, they don't just have to be temporary, used just for the Olympics. I think it would be absolutely wonderful, and what better place to have it than Boston Strong?
I agree.
I just don't think Boston is big enough
I
to
know.
host an Olympics.
We're a little
It would
crowded.
be great, but I just don't think we're big enough.
I mean, they have a lot of architecture plans. I think they could make it work, but we'll see.
Thanks, Claire.
I trust you, Claire. Now, I don't know about you, but my Halloween costumes consist of the least amount of clothes possible. And that's why I'm really worried about this Halloween weekend forecast. So,
Right.
Lauren, what's it looking like?
Thanks, Princess Kate and Man in Black. To be quite honest with you guys, the temperatures this October are all over the map. We've experienced colder weather in the upper 40s and 50s, yet we've had days like yesterday where temperatures spiked up to a high of 71 degrees. If you think the weather won't be able to surprise you even more for Halloween weekend, think again. Today will be partly cloudy with a high of 57 degrees. It's the perfect day to do some last-minute Halloween costume shopping for the 2 or 3 parties you may have on the docket this weekend. Later on, we're in for a dark night. The sun will set around 5:40 and clear skies are expected. With temperatures in the lower 40s and a 0% chance of precipitation, the weather is sure to cooperate if you have any outdoor activities planned. Whatever you're doing, whether you're taking a spooky walk through the cemetery or through a haunted house. Weather-wise, your Halloween is not looking too scary. During the day, it will be mostly sunny with a high of 52 degrees. Hallows Eve will be mostly cloudy with a 30% chance of rain, so make sure to bring an umbrella out with you if you're planning on trick-or-treating in Beacon Hill. With lows in the lower 40s, you'll want to bring a sweater to go over your costume. I'm talking to the ladies especially because I know the majority of you are not going to be dressed as Eskimos. Unfortunately, our 5-day forecast might be what spooks you. Saturday will be rainy with a high of 45 degrees, but why am I so serious? On Sunday, there is a chance of snow with a high of 43. Hey, at least it'll be November by then. You'll be able to recover on Monday with an expected high of 47 and partly sunny skies. Now, I don't care how frightening your zombie costume is, make sure to stay with friends while roaming the streets late at night this weekend. I hope you all enjoy your Halloween weekend and remember to stay safe. Back to you, Mike and Madeline.
Thanks, Mom. That's so sweet.
So sweet. I love.
So,
She's so
Maddie,
cute.
first off, I want to mention it's like a little bit of a disguise right now, but we're in a very different place than we normally are for GME. We're in Studio B, and I just have to hand it to the entire crew who pulled this show together when we didn't know if we'd be able to have a show
know.
today. So
They did an awesome job. It
yeah,
looks so good.
we're
in here.
making history. GME from Studio B. This is great.
Mike loves to make history.
Oh,
He
yes.
loves
Any
doing
chance I get to make history, I'm making
Yeah.
history.
So,
And then,
so Mike, tell me about this weekend.
Yeah,
everything that happened with the MTV Games. I wasn't able to be there, but I want to know like what went on.
yeah, so what happened was it was me, Christian, Maggie, and Lauren, and we went up against the GME crew on a type of like trivia, family game night, Hollywood game night style
Okay.
show. And basically we got to make fools of each other and ourselves. And well, I don't want to give it all away as to what exactly happened. The show is going to air sometime later in this semester, but it was such a good time. And the cast is really good at trivia. That's just a hint. Just a hint about that, but it was a great time.
I'm glad everybody got involved. It
But
was really fun.
you know, this weekend is more important than anything that would happen last weekend. So I want to talk Halloween costumes with you because, you know, there's so many out there, so many pop culture references that
Yeah.
you can make. What's your
So,
favorite one?
I saw yesterday. It's not my favorite because I like it. It's my favorite because I can't believe someone thought to do it. But there's a sexy Ebola nurse.
Oh,
and I think it's kind of horrifying.
We can have a whole discussion on whether that's like legal,
Oh,
like if
yeah,
that should be
no,
allowed.
That should not be allowed. What's your favorite though, Mike?
I have to say, you're about to see it in about a minute when Maggie Morlath comes on the show. But Sia's chandelier costume that Maggie's about to show, oh my God, it's on
amazing.
point.
It's amazing. But when we come back, we'll have some more spooky fun, so stick around.
Now, I know Logan and I didn't get much sleep last night because it was World Series Game 7, and it came down to the very last pitch. Logan, tell us what happened.
This is the greatest stage in baseball, the pastime's #1 spectacle. It's Game 7 of the World Series. You can go from only being found on the team's roster to being a hero for a city in an instant. It's what you dream of growing up for that one chance to make history. Let's just get on with it. Royals, Giants for the whole enchilada. In the first, it is Buster Posey and hit one to Mike Moustakas, who's made play after play in this amazing World Series. He's getting pumped up about it. We jump to the bottom of the third, where it is a play for Joe Panik, who does anything but and keeps calm and fires to the double play. Originally, he was ruled safe. They would overturn it after the replay. In the fourth, it's Michael Morse breaking the 2-2 tie. Unreal hit there, coming through in the clutch like they always do. We jump to the ninth, where it is the last chance for the Royals. The World Series is going to be over if he makes the catch, but it gets by Blanco, and the game is still going. Now it is Salvador Perez to try to keep this thing alive. He pops up to foul territory, and that is going to be your World Series champions, the San Francisco Giants, for the third time in 5 years. They do it again. That's a dynasty. I can't explain how much this means to the game of baseball. Dynasties are so rare to come by. In football, it has not happened since the Pats in the early 2000s, as well as the Lakers with the NBA. An amazing feature within itself. And with Week 8 was quite a week in the NFL, with game-winning drives and scoreboards running out of batteries from all the points put up. This week was anything but dull. And to show you more action than there was more action than in a honeymoon bedroom. We've got some top plays from that week that was. Jumping, it is Jay Cutler on a bad day for the Bears, hooking up with Martellus Bennett, who has concentration for days with a sick two-handed catch as he is falling down. Next play, number 4, it is going to be Dallas, where we go to Des Bryant. He only needs one hand to catch it. Says, this is a grown man's game. You are not a man. I am a man. Let's get this touchdown right quick. Next play, we jump to number 3. It is Tampa Bay and Minnesota. Why would this be on the top plays? I'm not sure, but we've got a strip and fumble. Amazing play by the Minnesota linebacker right there. That's your ball game. Vikings win a game. Nobody really cares besides that. To Pittsburgh, where does Antonio Brown, who only needs one hand as well. He's short, but fade routes are nothing new to him. Amazing grab. Enough points in that game. And number 1, it is the Patriots. Who else but fan favorite Rob Gronkowski? Yeah, get off of me. I'm going to run 45 yards. You're very slow. I'm very big. That's going to be 6 points. That's your big top plays for you. Let's hope Week 9 brings us some similar results, if not better. The smell of hardwood has arrived once again. That can only mean one thing. The calendar has hit late October, and the NBA is back. This season has more storylines than Dr. Seuss could think of. Let me summarize everything that went down real quick this offseason. Well, LeBron went to Cleveland. Miami was disappointed, got over it by partying. The draft got rigged again by the Cavs and got the first pick again. They took Andrew Wiggins. Wiggins got dealt, and Kevin Love felt romantic and went to Cleveland. The Spurs lost to a random team from Berlin. The Clippers got a new owner. Blake and CP3 have a new TV show. Melo decided he loves money and stayed in the Big Apple. Paul George grossed everybody out, is now out for the year. And Team USA played like they invented basketball, which we did. But besides that, it was relatively boring. As for the Celtics, they got young and smart with their draft class, literally. Hope is there for Rondo, still wearing green, and another year under Brad Stevens. They got a chance to prove they made all the right moves in all the right places on opening night against the Nets. Rondo getting ready early on. Rondo decides that I think this is the TD Bank, not the TD Garden, as he banks in a 3 right there, and they take the early 24-point lead. They would be dominant in this ballgame. And taking a look at Marcus Smart as we get to him here, he's going to hit the 3 and get fouled, a 4-point play. Smart with a nice debut, as we're going to show him here one more time with the strip on Darren Williams. You're a top-tier point guard? Not in my house. That's a steal and a layup. The Celtics would go on to dominate this ballgame. They win 125-105. Big C's win. Looked like they were clicking on all cylinders, and especially great to see Rajon Rondo, who is looking like one of the league's best once again. That's triple zeros for me. Back to the couch.
That was the most entertaining sports segment I ever heard. On top of the fact that
We
you're
were, like,
wearing a
actually
beard
laughing.
and nobody has any idea why you're wearing a beard. So first off, why?
Well, if you remember, the Giants won the World Series. A guy that helped with 2 of those championships, Brian Wilson, who is now the closer for the Dodgers. Yes,
Come
yes,
on.
yes,
Bit of a cop
Come
out,
on.
but I like it.
The World Series.
Okay, speaking of the World Series, what are your thoughts on it? Was it a good game? It was a great game.
It was an absolutely great series. You see, obviously 7 games. Every game was so hard fought. One of the ones that will go down in history.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Logan. Well, Mike,
Yeah.
you know, I am a huge fan of Quinn Marcus. If you
isn't?
don't know Quinn, she's on MTV on Girl Code, and she's had her own MTV U segment called Quinterviews, where she does these awkward and hilarious interviews with celebrities. They're awesome. You should definitely check them out. But I'm so excited because Quinn actually sat down with our amazing co-host, Christian Mudrick, for an interview about her one-woman show and movie debut.
Was he in a Snuggie?
Everyone, I'm here with Quinn Marcus, the wonderful and beautiful Quinn Marcus.
Wow.
And we're going to have our own little Quinterview about chasing ballerinas and alone with people, correct?
Yes.
Well, can you tell us what we're going to expect to see in Chasing Ballerinas, the one-woman show?
Yes, so you're just going to see me because it's
Okay,
a one-woman
yeah.
show.
Good.
Yeah, I don't like working with other people.
Other people suck.
They suck,
Yeah,
so
they
I
do.
just want to be by myself. I'd rather there be no audience. I'd rather be alone.
Okay. And
I'm
what
just
is-
joking. You should come.
And what is Chasing Ballerinas about?
It's my coming out story. It's like about me growing up gay in the South.
Were you chasing ballerinas?
I was, still am. So I did the one-woman show at Emerson my senior year in the cabaret, and then that summer, like after I graduated, I wanted to make a short film with my friend Drew.
Okay.
And we were looking trying to figure out what to make the movie about, and then I think we both were like, let's just adapt this. So then I made a lot of changes because the one-woman show is my whole life, like a span of like since I was 6.
Okay.
And then the movie is just right at 15 when I was coming out to my parents and like seeing a therapist.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when is it?
Yeah, so Wednesday is my one-woman show,
Okay.
and it's at 8 o'clock in the Simmel.
Right.
Thursday is the movie in the Bright Family Screening Room at 7 o'clock.
Okay, so they're 2 separate events?
Yes, and then Friday, the third event, is the This Is Pathetic reunion show, and we've got people coming in from LA, New York, and here in Boston.
All across the country.
All
Incredible.
across, and Russia.
So what's it like being on Girl Code? I'm sure that's a completely original question for you.
It's really fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's great. I love making the show.
What's your favorite Girl Code topic that you've ever talked about?
Oh, I don't know. Purses was fun because I don't wear purses.
What did you say?
I think
'Cause that's like televised.
yeah.
You were lying on
It's not live.
TV.
Right, you can lie on TV. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I know. That's what I didn't know that in college, and I got out there and I was like, oh my god.
I can lie to people?
Yeah, start
Wow.
lying now.
My favorite color is yellow. It's not, it's green.
I know, good job.
Right?
You did it.
I
That was
know,
good.
that's good.
I believed you. This is
That's
only like a
cool.
5-minute interview, and we're both like leaning on this.
Like,
We're like,
oh,
I can't.
So tired.
I can't manage 5 minutes.
Today's been a real struggle.
Let's do really good like this.
So Quinn,
Mm-hmm.
what was it like winning the ELA Film Festival?
It was awesome. We got $2,000. Yeah.
Personally, cash money?
It was a check. And then the producer of my movie was like, I'll take that. And I said, okay.
Quinn Marcus, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great job.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste.
That was awesome. We have to take a quick break, but when we come back, Sam Benson-Smith is in studio for his latest edition of the segment I like to call, Hey Look, a Male Fashion Correspondent. Stay tuned.
Now let's send it over to Magsmo, who has more on Renee Zellweger, Honey Boo Boo, and Jim Carrey. It sounds like a weird group of people. Anyway, Maggie, what do you have for us?
music video, then you've probably been living under a rock and you're probably also confused as to why I'm dressed up as a practically naked little girl. Well, my costume this Halloween is an homage to the star of the music video, Maddie from Dance Moms, because I've been inspired by last weekend's SNL spoof of the video. Host Jim Carrey, cast member Kate McKinnon, and even musical guest Iggy Azalea gave their own interpretation of Maddie's dance stylings. As always, Jim Carrey killed the game with his body-bending and face-altering talents. But speaking of face-altering, Renee Zellweger, if we can even call her that anymore, is hardly recognizable. The Academy Award-winning actress showed up on the red carpet of the Elle Annual Women in Hollywood Awards with what looks like a totally new face. After appearing at the event, Renee has been quite a topic of discussion. Plastic surgeons are saying that the drastic differences on her face have to be the result of at least a few minor cosmetic surgeries. Zellweger responded in a statement to People magazine saying, "I'm glad folks think I look different. Perhaps I look different. Who doesn't as they get older?" The Bridget Jones star says she's just living happier and healthier. And I'm so glad that Renee feels comfortable with her new look, but I'm a little bummed that Roxy Hart doesn't have that same razzle-dazzle. There goes Honey Boo Boo. TLC has canceled Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, and reality TV junkies everywhere have no idea where they'll get their trash TV fix now. The show, which followed 9-year-old beauty pageant contestant Alana Thompson and her family, was pulled from TLC's lineup after allegations that Alana's mother, Mama June Shannon, was dating a child molester. The sex offender, Mark McDaniel, apparently tried to touch Anna Marie Cardwell, Alana's oldest sister, when she was younger. Mama June denies having any recent relations with McDaniel, but this is also the woman who feeds her daughter a combination of Mountain Dew and Red Bull before every pageant, so... How could a 35-year-old comedian get confused for a 17-year-old Nobel Peace Prize winner? Couldn't tell you. But apparently, a tipsy 80-year-old man mistook Mindy Kaling for Malala Yousafzai. During an after-party for the New Yorker Festival on October 11th, the man showered Mindy with compliments and congratulated her on her Peace Prize. Mindy was puzzled, but still flattered by the confusion, tweeting, "Is it bad that my first reaction was, 'Yes, she's 17'? Well, Mindy, if you don't have a Halloween costume yet, maybe dressing up as the coolest and bravest teenage girl in the world may just suit you." This has been Maxmo with all the entertainment news you need to know.
Maggie, I have to ask you about your costume. Are you planning on wearing that this weekend?
You know what? I actually might, because I really like the idea of just running around Alston in this.
No, you're not allowed to, because I'm literally going to dress up exactly like you right now.
Well, that would be awkward.
Yeah, no, but like...
Like the SNL skit, actually.
I know. I'm pretty sure you'll look better than me in it, but it will happen. Saturday night, there'll be pictures on Tuesday, I guess.
Thanks so much, Maggie. Well, we are actually going to send it to our fashion package, and we're going to check out Sam Benson-Smith has it. So, hey, look, a male fashion correspondent. Sam Benson-Smith, take it away.
Hello, this is Sam Benson-Smith in New Millennium Costumes. We're here today to find out a way that you can take something that's in your closet, add an easy, cheap accessory to it, and make the costume of the weekend. $6 and it's your quinceañera and you're at a masquerade ball. $9 and you're a lady out to a picnic. So as a college student, you can't necessarily afford a $100 costume. You might be going out to several events over the weekend. You want to be able to do several costumes for relatively cheap. So you go over to the mask section. Say you want to shoot for something more graffiti oriented. Get a gas mask, get a hoodie, maybe some artwork, your Banksy. Or if you want to go with more pop culture, you can think about, hey, I can wear normal clothing, toss on a mask, I'm someone from the cast of The Purge. As long as you got some denim, maybe some overalls, toss on a wig, you're Raggedy Ann. You throw this on, toss on a suit, boom, you're Teddy Roosevelt. Now this could be a part of my regular wardrobe. think purple's my color. Accessories make it more than easy and more than budget appropriate for you to make the perfect Halloween costume this year. Whether you want to be Sam Benson Smith for Halloween or Willy Wonka, it's real easy to do it on a budget.
Welcome back. Now we're joined in studio with Sam Benson Smith, who is here to show us
Something.
We're here with Nick Chieffo. He's going to make me have a black eye today. He actually did some pre-work already.
I did that.
Yeah,
actually.
well, Mike and I got in a barroom
little
scuffle
altercation.
last night. It was bad, or a DH scuffle rather. So, Nick, what do we got today?
All right, well, we got a whole bunch of makeup, but I'm going to just be using here. We just put the purple base down, which is...
Okay.
I'm going to take these off so I can see better.
Yeah, I'd like to see also.
Yeah, a little bit. But you could find any of this at any store. They're kind of funky colors, but you could find them at any Halloween store.
Garment District. something like
exactly.
that.
But this is costume makeup, right? This is not just...
This is, I mean, the only difference about this really is the color
Okay.
of it. So
Is that
if you...
yellow that you're throwing?
It is yellow. This is for discoloration.
Oh, yeah.
And you want to be legit
This
with
color
it.
here.
Right, yeah, you
Yeah.
don't want just a purple bruise. You
Right,
gotta
right,
get some right,
right,
yellow and get some
right.
texture.
It's bruises and things like this are very detailed, and they have a lot of stuff going on, a lot of different layers.
Yeah, I mean, I got 2 older brothers, so I got a lot of bruises back
Right,
in the day.
right,
You gotta
right.
get the color right.
How long have you been doing makeup for?
A few years. I started taking classes back as a sophomore. I went to a little thing, and we had a few hours of class doing
you
that.
fell
so
in love.
I fell in love with makeup.
Sam, first of all, I want to talk about that. Like, what are you supposed to be
Oh,
right now?
well, I'm Bob Dylan. I can't-
obviously.
Mike, you're over there right now,
Yeah.
right? Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay,
Here.
good. Oh, I feel safe. So I'm Bob Dylan. As you can tell by my sign, I hope this is probably, it might be
Yeah.
backwards.
No, you're good. You're good.
So I'm Bob Dylan from the song Subterranean Lovesick Blues. And,
Can you sing it for us?
Well, I'll give you Times Are Changing if you want that.
Yeah, sure.
So, the times they are a-changing, right? Is that pretty good? Awful?
No, it's pretty awful.
Okay, good.
Let's hand it back to makeup over here.
Yeah,
How
probably.
much does one of these color wheels run so that we can do this ourselves? at
Yeah,
home?
they're probably run from $5 to $10. Usually
Where
you get
can you
some,
get
Any
probably at
party
like
store.
the Millennials costume shop.
It's a great spot.
Yeah, they have some. You gotta ask sometimes. I know I saw one of these there. They have a whole bunch of makeup if you want to get into it.
You have a whole
Yeah, you have a
list
whole
of things.
kit.
Is this
I
done
do.
now? Is this?
Is this
Just
the finished
about,
product?
yeah. I mean, it's pretty
Yeah.
foolproof. It depends what kind of effect you want to go for.
Right. This is a softer black and blue. Hello,
What
Kate.
is this used for? Is this
How
a
are
name?
you?
That's
Are
fake
you-
hair.
I just like doing the British accent at any time possible. So
So
It's better than my
just
Bob
keep
Dylan.
going.
a little
Oh,
bit,
yeah.
yes. I heard you, but
make a
good
mustache.
try. That's what we always say.
Thank you.
Good try.
You gave it the fighter's
Yeah,
chance.
I
All right.
did.
Oh,
I did.
it's
That-
uneven. My
well, I'm a little bit
mustache is
concussed.
uneven.
This
you
is
can tell.
this is going awry right now. So that's all the time we have for Good Morning Emerson. Check us out again on Tuesday. Have a great, safe, and a little bit wild of a Halloween weekend. Goodbye.